is Friday night, and you know what that means. It's AEW Dynamite, and we are live as live can be from Davies Place in Jacksonville over the Jags. I'm Jim Ross alongside Tony Schiavone and Excalibur. And gentlemen, are you ready for a wild ride?
Can't wait, JR. Here we go with another Dynamite, this time live on Friday night again.
Your opening contest is a tag team bout set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring at a combined weight of 404 pounds, the team of Penta, El Cero Miedo, and the Bastard Pack.
And what a way to kick off Friday Night Dynamite here with a huge tag team match. 2/3 of Death Triangle, Pack and Penta El Cero Miedo to take on the Young Bucks. And the Young Bucks had a very eventful double or nothing this past Sunday night, Tony.
Yeah, they really did. As a matter of fact, multiple V-triggers on John Moxley.
It's sad. It's sickening.
Yeah.
Makes me want to just throw up. Moxley's now gone. Moxley's hurt, thanks to the Young Bucks.
And JR, not only that, we understand earlier today the Young Bucks attacking Rey Fenix in the back. Brandon Cutler actually recording it. We are not going to condone that. We are not going to air that type of footage. They can do whatever they want with it. Put it on BTE for all we care. But this is just disgusting.
Yeah, multiple.
And their opponents, from Rancho Cucamonga, California, at a combined weight of 390 pounds, they are the AEW World Tag Team Champions, Nick and Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks.
Yeah, JR, we understand it was multiple BTE triggers on Rey Fenix. He is out as well. Brandon Cutler, their stooge with the cameraman. Like you said, Excalibur, show it somewhere else. We don't want it.
And there we see, coming out with the support of not only head stooge Brandon Cutler, but also the Good Brothers and senior stooge Don Callis. Executive Vice Stooge, I'm not sure what his position is, but either way, got to give the devil their due. The Young Bucks withstood the challenge of Eddie Kingston and John Moxley this past Sunday night. And, Junior Stooge Michael Nakazawa rewarded with the headband for his hard work. Frankie Kazarian! The elite hunter, Frankie Kazarian!
Go get him!
Frankie Kazarian's turned loose on Nakazawa.
And then the Good Brothers chasing Frankie Kazarian right out of the building. He is struck and he is attacked and he has left the building.
And the match hasn't started.
I love it, man. I love Frankie Kazarian's new role here. Get rid of members of
look out.
the Elite. Watch out.
Pack and Penta taken to the skies before the bell rings. And you know, Penta gonna be out for revenge for what the Young Bucks did to his younger brother, Rey Fenix. And Pac getting absolutely screwed in his three-way title match against Kenny Omega. Speaking of which, Don Callis joining us here on commentary.
Good to be here, guys.
Don, what the hell's going on with your Young Bucks?
What's going on is they're proving that they are the greatest tag team in the history of the industry.
Really?
Looking for double pile drivers, perhaps double power bombs, and Death Triangle, but Pac and Penta reversing it on the outside.
Play on the outside too long, somebody's going to get hurt.
Yeah, and everybody knows that as long as this is inside the ring, the Bucks cannot be beaten. So good strategy, but dastardly strategy here by Pac and Penta.
Pac returning Matt Jackson into the ring. And now just sledgehammer shots.
What these two men did to John Moxley is hideous. Finally, the bell rings. Knox made his first good call of the match.
It wasn't hideous, JR. It was legendary.
Legendary.
2-on-1, Don. 2-on-1.
It's tag team wrestling.
Well, it wasn't mad. You're such a big liar. You really are. I feel bad for you sometimes.
That's slander.
John Moxley on the shelf indefinitely, we understand, as Penta El Cero Miedo tags into the match legally now for the first time, sending Matt Jackson into the ropes, swinging a miss by Penta. Look at this, rolls through, and stepping under into a pinning predicament. He's got the legs hooked. Dude, oh, wow.
Oh, that's great tag team wrestling right there.
Save made by Nick Jackson just in time. This is a one-fall match, 20-minute time limit.
And Nick Jackson dragging his brother Matt over the corner. Heads up maneuver there by the tag.
What
by
a
the Young
beautiful
Bucks with
tag,
thrust
too.
kick on the point of the jaw of Nick Jackson.
And another big tag.
And another big thrust kick by Penta.
Tag, another tag made, man. This is a in and out. Oh, cutter.
Great cutter there by the bastard Pac. And now standing shooting star press. Hook of the far leg. Two, no.
Got a 2 count out of it. And
Penta, tilt-a-whirl backbreaker.
perfectly done.
Perfectly done, perfect timing there. Pac, pump kick in the corner.
Hey, this might be Pac and here
Penta's
Penta's night.
And this is their debut. What a debut as a tag team this would be.
Listen, 2 phenomenal singles wrestlers getting together against the greatest tag team of our generation. And look, there's our young boy.
Yeah, your stooge.
Why do you have him on staff, for God's sake?
Everyone needs a young boy around.
Swinging and missed by Matt Jackson. Oh, Nick
right in the
right
face.
there.
Done.
Right
That's
in
why.
the face. What a shot.
Nick Jackson just leveled Pac with that kick. Do you have what it takes to beat the world's toughest game show? Dwayne Wade hosts theCUBE Thursdays at 9, 8 Central on TBS. And still to come tonight, big tag team match. Christian Cage and the top contender Jungle Boy taking on Private Party. Matt Jackson. Skates
Look at
out.
this. Look at this athleticism.
Athleticism, he's dancing
Yeah,
around
this
the
is
ring.
phenomenal. Look at this. That's why Matt Jackson is one of the great athletes in Impact, in AEW.
Don, this is not Don. Come on.
What?
Not Impact.
I get confused because the invisible hand is everywhere, and so's Kenny Omega. So many belts, so little time.
Yeah, boy, he's got them all. I got to agree with you there, and I hate to do that.
The sheer athleticism of the Young Bucks is hard to beat, you got to admit.
Kenny can do it because Kenny is Kenny.
Taking care of the very expensive shoes, and that's another function that Brandon Cutler serves as our young boy.
Okay, I get that, but in the middle of a match, come on, in the middle of the match, is that not just counting your opponent?
Oh! Inside out. Boy, what a shot there by Pac.
Good.
Pac is incredible.
And the instincts, look at this.
The moonsault, flat-footed moonsault off the ring apron there by Nick Jackson.
Nick Jackson has interjected himself 3 times in what could have led to a pinning situation. That is great tag team wrestling.
Great spear on the misdirect there by Matt Jackson, laying in some right hands. And Don, we understand that later on this evening, we will hear from the AEW World Champion, Kenny Omega, speaking about what happened this past Sunday night at Double or Nothing.
We've got a lot to say, and we're going to blow the lid off something.
Oh, really? Well, there always are a bunch of surprises.
They send you a message, Tony.
Yeah.
Tony, you know what else has lids? Toilets.
Okay.
Stop to the back of the head there by Matt Jackson.
But I was going to say, always through Dynamite after a pay-per-view, always chock with a lot of surprises. So blowing the lid off would be something we would expect here.
And hope for.
Double
We like surprises.
Splash missed there by Nick Jackson. Matt Jackson charging in. The explosivity of Pac on display there. German suplex. Nick Jackson planted on the crown of his head.
Nick Jackson's eyes told the best story of all. They were barely open and somewhat glazed over.
That was a brutal rolling German by Pac.
And he makes the tag out to Penta El Cerro Miedo. Sling blade to Matt Jackson. Swinging on miss. Sling blade there to Nick. The Young Bucks in trouble here.
Oh,
wow. Lung blower senton combo by Penta.
Fast break offense by Penta.
Fast break offense, and he's fighting with purpose for what was done to his younger brother earlier today. And the Young Bucks going after the mask like they did to Ray Phoenix a few weeks ago.
Imagine how ugly he is under that mask.
Oh, backstabber.
Great display of offense here. Waiting for Penta to get some shoulders down and go for it.
Another classic
But
tag
they make a
there by the Bucks.
Jawbreaker got him out of that.
Yep.
Penta sits through, half Nelson. 1, 2, no.
Fourth save of the match.
Great tag team wrestling by the Young Bucks.
Good defensive strategy and awareness again by Nick Jackson.
Pac, the soul butt to the midsection, the heel, the boot right on the belly button.
Look at how hard those kicks are.
He kicks through people.
But a big time right elbow strike there from Matt Jackson. Pop up power bomb. Huge legger bomb. This is it. No.
Certainly a near fall. Now, how can these guys, who just Penta and Pac, now they need to close their deal.
Oh, my goodness.
That looked illegal to me.
And looked like he closed the deal with that one.
Oh, and Nick Jackson able to avoid the interference to break up the pinning predicament.
Nick's really on his game tonight, but what was Knox looking at?
Who knows?
Irish whip into the corner, boot up there. Matt Jackson.
Another great tag there by Nick.
What the double thrust kicks. Tactical error by Nick Jackson.
Man, I'm not so sure this would be a major upset. It'd be an upset in most people's eyes.
They were looking for that combination fear factor that Ray Phoenix and Penta like to use. But Nick Jackson felt it coming. Nice drop step there by the bastard Pac. Great exchange by both men. Penta, huge destroyer.
But into the corner.
Yeah, bad break there for Penta and Pac.
Shoulder to the midsection by Matt Jackson, who made the blind tag. And he comes over the destroyer of his own.
Amazing. Just amazing, these athletes we have here in AEW.
Matt Jackson charging in, low bridge. Hangs onto the top, though. Both Pac and Matt Jackson landing on the apron. It's dangerous territory.
Best tag team in the world are having to be on their very best game against the level of this competition.
Look, Penta and Nick Jackson looking at one another. Oh, my God!
Oh,
The fear factor, the package pile driver, and a German suplex.
Wow, guys.
but look at the ring. Nick Jackson is standing tall.
What a great way to start Dynamite. What a phenomenal tag team match this is. Look at them.
And we've got
now.
we still have a huge night of wrestling here to come. We will have the Inner Circle take their victory lap after winning the second Stadium Stampede match. So much more. The big bull rope match in our main event tonight. You do not want to miss a second.
Dr. Britt Baker's celebration, the new champion.
Penta. Oh, charging in, referee Rick Knox.
Oh, man, it's nothing.
I think Knox got a finger or something in the eye.
Oh, Nick Jackson took off the mask, but Penta with a second mask underneath.
That's ridiculous.
That's smart. That's pretty damn smart, knowing they did it to Ray Phoenix.
And
there you go.
That's what you get.
Where's Rick Knox?
Rubbing his eye.
Oh,
The fear factor. Nick Jackson down in the corner.
Black Arrow time.
The
Hit it.
tag out to the bastard.
They could beat the champions.
Pac up to the top.
There it is.
Black Arrow.
Good Lord.
Hook of the far leg. 1, 2, no.
Last minute. Very last moment. Couldn't take it any longer. That should have been 3 right there.
Great job by Matt.
And Pac headed up to the top once again. And Brandon Cutler.
Oh, my God.
Almighty.
Brandon Cutler.
Get
using
him
that-
out of here.
And look at this, the deep stack by Nick Jackson. Well, come on.
What a great maneuver.
And the referee
by
couldn't
Nick
even see the
Jackson.
shoulders.
The winners of this match, the
What the hell's going on,
AEW
Ronnie?
World
Pin
Tag
everybody
Team
off?
Champions,
The referee, what's going on?
Brandon looked like he didn't want to do that, but got a good photo. Great
Okay,
finish
Dr.
by
Phil.
Nick Jackson. Another victory for the Young Bucks.
And
There
look
we
at
go.
And continuing to attack their opponents after the bell.
Yeah.
A grueling match.
And going after the mask of Penta.
And now this,
Just adding insult to injury. The Young Bucks continuing this assault.
the new side of the Young Bucks is prominent. And out there for everybody to see. Oh, now, come on.
No,
guys.
this is how they took on Moxley and Phoenix.
Whoa,
Whoa!
what is he doing out here?
What do you think he's doing out here?
Eddie saw what happened to his friend John Moxley. Eddie's not going to stand for it.
And Eddie Kingston has a...
Eddie Kingston will take a bullet for his friends, I promise you.
He's not a part of this match. What is he doing out there?
Well, the match is over, that's why.
But Eddie Kingston has a complicated history with Penta El Cerro Miedo, Ray Phoenix, and Pac Death Triangle. But still could not stand idly by.
Complicated history. He's a degenerate. Should be behind a fence. Look at this guy. Scares me to death.
And he scares the Young Bucks to death apparently as well.
The Young Bucks.
Man.
Young Bucks with some yellow there on their bellies. But coming up here tonight on Friday Night Dynamite, a huge evening of action. The Inner Circle, the Stadium Stampede victory lap. Coming up just a little bit later, Christian Cage teams up with a top contender, Jungle Boy, to take on Private Party with Matt Hardy in their corner, and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, the newly crowned AEW Women's World Champion, will have her celebration here tonight.
We're going to have a big bull rope match. Dustin Rhodes will take on Nick Camarado, the Bunny, and Red Velvet in women's action. And we will hear from the TNT champ Miro as well, JR.
Absolutely, Tony. They're coming up next. You're going to be talking to the newest member of the AEW team, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, plus Cody Rhodes and Johnny B. Johnson will take on Anthony Ogogo and QT Marshall in a tag team match that has personal affairs involved. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Hell of a night here.
Or nothing, one of our very special analysts will be a part of Rampage on Friday nights. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome with me, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
JR, the broadcast team here in All Elite Wrestling keeps on growing in such big and unexpected ways.
Yeah, strong. No pun intended. Well, maybe a little. What a great guy. I helped get Mark Henry signed his first pro contract back in the day. After we saw him dunk in the NBA All-Star game in the mid-90s at 400 pounds.
All right, the world's strongest man will join us each and every Friday right here on TNT beginning August 13th. It's great to see you, Mark.
Tony, very much. Everybody knows how much I love this business, and I'm not here to fix AEW. AEW is not broken. What I'm here to do is turn the screws, as we say on Busted Open. So that, my friends, is what I'm here to do.
Want me to ask you the question that everybody wants to know? Is Mark Henry going to get back in the ring again?
Yeah, there you go, Tom.
That's a very good question.
Mark's lost a lot of weight. Looks great. Just really great.
Right now, I'm not going to say yes, but Tony, I got a lot left in the tank.
All right.
Wow.
You look great, man. You look great. Absolutely.
Excuse me!
Vicky Guerrero.
God almighty,
I said excuse me!
my glasses just broke. I can't drive home.
Mark, Tony, you're excused! Get the hell out of my ring!
Wow.
Tonight, I am here to introduce to you a man who has won championships around the world. And he is a third-generation wrestler. I said, excuse me!
Jeez.
Please welcome, bienvenidos, Andrade El Idolo!
Wait, what
What is she saying? That scream?
did she just say Andrade El Idolo? Oh my God, it is! Andrade El Idolo!
One of the most talented wrestlers in the world.
He has indeed held championships all over the world. Just about every championship you can win in CMLL. He's an IWGP Intercontinental Champion. And he has arrived here alongside Vicky Guerrero.
Yeah, he's a big-time in-ring product, no doubt about it. All those championships will attest to that. And apparently Vicky Guerrero's made herself a deal.
Gracias. Vicky, thank you. I used to say, I am the face of Latinos. But today, I am saying, I will be the new face of all elite wrestling.
Vicky looks like she just got a new puppy.
That's a pretty huge acquisition for
Applause up, everyone! Give me applause!
Andrade El Idolo.
Big surprise here, ladies and gentlemen.
This is a huge surprise. The man,
As Bobby Heenan would say, Excalibur, this fella ain't no ham and egger.
oh, he definitely is not. He is a threat to every champion here in AEW. Andrade El Idolo, the man formerly known as La Sombra, has arrived here in AEW, and he claims that he's here to become the face of all elite wrestling, JR.
Well, that's the right goal to have, no doubt about that. But the thing about this guy is that talented. He could be the face of AEW, of course, all said and done.
Wow, a huge, huge statement. But coming up next here tonight on Friday Night Dynamite, Cody Rhodes and Big Shotty Lee Johnson team up to take on the Factories, QT Marshall and Anthony Ogogo. It will be deeply personal, and it will be next.
Good Lord, what is going on here tonight? Welcome back, everybody. We're live in Jacksonville.
Certainly didn't expect that, guys. I can tell you that. A shocker. But here we go with our next match.
Andre, help me out here.
Andrade El Idolo. Idolo, the idol. Andrade.
I got that.
Idolo.
I love this guy's game. I got to work on the name. Gosh, that's a big signing. I know he loves people. Hey, this ain't no fun and games deal, man.
This is a tag team bout set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Being accompanied by the enforcer, Arn Anderson. At a combined weight of 398 pounds, the team of Big Shotty, Lee Johnson, and the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Got some special guests here from the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. Cody, going over to give him a very personal welcome. And you see that t-shirt that the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes is wearing. June is Pride Month, and over at shopaew.com right now, the Cody Rhodes Equality t-shirt, all royalties will be donated to the National Center for Transgender Equality. That is available right now over at shopaew.com. Cody and so many athletes here on our roster celebrating Pride Month.
AEW is so involved in the communities, and the charities, that we make everybody's life better that we possibly can touch.
Very well said, JR.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 453 pounds, the team of Anthony Ogogo and QT Marshall.
Ogogo had a hell of an outing on Sunday. Losing effort, albeit he's had 2 matches, so give us a break.
He is going to be much better. He's going to continue to grow and prosper. I can tell you this, for a long time inside of a wrestling ring.
And it's so incredible about Anthony Ogogo. What it took for Cody Rhodes to beat him. Cody Rhodes, 15-plus year veteran, because Cody had to wrestle the perfect match to beat Anthony Ogogo.
That's how good Ogogo is. And he's going to be a big-time player here at AEW. Now, his cohort there, QT Marshall. What the hell does QT stand for, Cody? Do you have any idea? Is it named Marshall or Marshall?
Okay, well, it stands, a lot of places stands for where I stop and get my energy drinks. But that being said,
you don't have an answer, do you?
I don't have an answer.
Right now, QT Marshall, though,
in here. I don't know.
Sharing the ring with his former student, Big Shotty Lee Johnson.
He's a cross between Tony Soprano and Killer Carl Cox. And Cody's in. Business will pick up here momentarily.
I'm telling you, though, QT Marshall is one hell of a wrestler. He really, really is. He's been a great trainer. Anybody? Oh, look at Lee. Anybody who's worked under him knows exactly what
covered
he's
here by Big Shotty. And what a feather in that cap of Big Shotty Lee Johnson it would be to get a pin on his former trainer, QT Marshall.
Oh, you're right, man.
And Tony, you talk about QT Marshall and his acumen for training pro wrestlers. That is what has created that loyalty that Anthony Ogogo has towards QT Marshall.
Yeah, QT was a trainer.
Ogogo says that Cody would only come by a couple times a week to the Nightmare Factory. And we understand that Cody's got so many responsibilities outside of being a trainer. But Ogogo,
he's going to be a father. You know, that counts for something.
You're exactly right. It counts for something.
That's why I felt so bad about Moxley going home. This should be the happiest time in John Moxley's life, and it's not because of the Young Bucks.
And a tag out now. QT Marshall comes in, and Ogogo holding Cody Rhodes open.
Back elbow.
Swinging a miss by Cody's former friend. Just flattening the face of QT Marshall.
Marshall is very, very fundamentally sound. He just needs to get that one more step somewhere along the way. But he works hard enough to get it done. Look at Shotty Lee with some explosive offense.
Big time back elbow and a hanging neck breaker there by Big Shotty.
Yeah, he is explosive, JR. You are right about that. As explosive as they come, and so much speed in the ring. Love when a guy like this hits the ropes with a lot of speed.
I love Shotty's passion and his love of the game.
Lee Johnson
QT walked right into that one.
The scissors taking QT Marshall over the top, back into the ring. Waiting for QT to stand up. Went for the dive, swinging a miss, but a go-go! Oh, man. Brutal stomp there on the outside.
That sounded like a car crash. One big car and one little car.
I'll tell you what, Ogogo makes a great, great showing in in that match we were talking about earlier with Cody Rhodes, and looks like he has not lost a step here, man. He takes it as a learning
Fans
match.
got to understand, Tony, that going into that match on Sunday at Double or Nothing, Ogogo had a 2-0 record.
Yeah. Well, this tag team match, this tag team rivalry will continue throughout the break in picture-in-picture. It's the Factory versus the Nightmare Family. Don't go anywhere. I mean, JR, what you were saying, that is a testament to Anthony Ogogo's ability. He is an Olympic caliber athlete, and in his only second match was able to hang with a man who's been almost a lifelong wrestler in the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Well, when my team first signed Kurt Angle, we realized very on, like in the second day of drills, this was a very special athlete. And you can't be an Olympian and have success in the Olympics and not be special. And that's something that you can have great attitude, great desire, but come on, man. Being in the Olympics and medaling is a big deal.
Yeah, very few people ever do that. Very few ever see the Olympics, much less wrestle.
And I know that Anthony's friends and family in Britain are very proud of his success.
Hook of the far leg there by Ogogo. Yes, very proud. We had a tremendous reaction from our fans watching in the UK. Anthony Ogogo making his pay-per-view debut for All Elite Wrestling.
They support their countrymen. They follow what we do. They got a dog in the hunt.
Sure.
And I think that's beautiful.
Yeah. What we just saw right there is an example of how quick learner Anthony Ogogo is, how great a trainer QT is. He was able to take his adversary and put him in his corner, drag him to his corner to make a tag.
Textbook suplex there by QT Marshall. Just a 2 count.
Boy, the fans are on QT, and he deserves every bit of it.
And by the way, Cody's been isolated here on the apron, and that doesn't bode well in long stretches for our pal Shotty Lee.
You know, we've mentioned multiple times that QT Marshall was the trainer of Lee Johnson. Who better to know Lee Johnson's weaknesses than QT Marshall and to exploit them?
Yeah, good point. Very good point.
Lee Johnson bringing himself up to a vertical position with the assistance of the ropes. The Enziguri has got QT Marshall staggered. Went for the desperation tag, but QT with the catch and the backbreaker flatliner combination. QT Marshall covers here. 2. Just a 2 count. Lee Johnson kicking out. Still showing signs of life.
QT looks like he could be a rugby player in another life. Our fans in the UK can certainly identify with that. I love that game.
Not for the faint of heart, I can tell you that.
Ooh.
Welcome back to this very special edition of Friday Night Dynamite, where the Nightmare Family and the Factory are doing battle. Big Shotty Lee Johnson with the window of opportunity open here.
Cody needs a tag, needs it in the worst way, and gets it. Shotty Lee Johnson tags in Cody, who goes right for QT Marshall, who's the legal man on the other side.
He had to do it. He had to go get him.
Cody Rhodes taking the fight directly to his former friend, QT Marshall.
Showing great aggression, physicality, intensity is Cody Rhodes.
And raining down right hands on that snake, QT Marshall. Cody looking for the monkey flip. Oh, QT set for a ride.
Yeah.
Powerful legs here, Tony.
We have powerful legs. He landed awkwardly on his knee. Not today.
Swing and a miss there by Cody. QT able to avoid contact, but Cody goes out the back door. Oh, disaster! Kick on Ogogo.
Ogogo kicked right in the face. Outside he goes. It's now, there it is, one-on-one. The end could be near here, ladies and gentlemen.
Tremendous power slam by the American Nightmare, and he is feeding off this crowd here at Daly's Place.
Another great crowd here at Daly's in Jacksonville. We love to be in our home of the Jags.
Cody steps through, center of the ring. The figure 4 is locked in.
Watch him bridge up. Get some extra torque on it.
Time tested.
Now, see, pull up that midsection.
And actually, just on the outside, I believe Anthony Ogogo sent Lee Johnson into the barricade at ringside.
And now Ogogo coming back in the ring.
QT's very close to tapping, but Ogogo, frog splash!
Unprotected frog splash from the top by the illegal man on Cody Rhodes.
He wiped him out with that. Look at that. Look at the nose. He could be bleeding from the nose after that shot.
And Ogogo with that rib injury, he claims he was overtraining in preparation for the match of Cody Rhodes. It certainly affected him this past Sunday night. But QT Marshall, diamond cutter!
He put him down with a diamond cutter.
Nicely done.
QT covers, 2, no!
Oh, here goes Shoddy. We had a shoddy cover and a shoddy breakup. Bottom line, this one continues.
But Cody might have bore the worst of that one because
right.
Lee Johnson came down on QT and then QT came down on Cody. Anthony Ogogo back up, a wild right hand.
Gotta watch those rights.
You're right, he connected both men out now.
Anthony Ogogo and Lee Johnson spilling to the outside. Cody a bit dazed. I think Anthony Ogogo did come down on Cody's face with that frog splash. And then QT Marshall followed it up with a diamond cutter and a big right hand.
You just got to grit your teeth if you're Cody after that one. And
Aaron Solo.
Get rid of him, Aaron Solo.
That's another one of the factory guys.
He's going to put him in the
oh my God!
He knocked him right out.
Ogogo comes in with a cheap shot, right hand, for the love of God, and has knocked out Cody Rhodes.
The winners of this match, the team of Anthony Ogogo and QT Marshall.
And QT pinned him after he was knocked out.
We'll never hear the last of this.
What a shocking victory for the factory. And Anthony Ogogo, that right hand across the jaw of Cody. I mean, Cody, his hands were down by his waist. Ogogo comes in, the right hand across the jaw.
All the life escapes Cody after that right hand from the Olympian.
And Arn Anderson very concerned after that.
QT demanding that he get his hand raised.
Yeah, man.
What an egomaniac.
I shocked the world. I did it. I told you all I could do it. Look at you, Shivani. You're speechless. You were never a believer in me. Since day one. I shocked the world. Now you sit up there with that stupid look on your face.
Alrighty.
Well, no matter how it was done, the factory, QT Marshall, Anthony Ogogo, victorious here tonight. I mean, Tony, this is nothing short of a major upset.
It is. It's the last thing we expected.
Cody Rhodes holding singles victories over QT Marshall and Anthony Ogogo, but
tonight's the night. He got beat.
Yeah.
Cody got beat with a big right hand from an illegal man. And we'll never hear the last of this from QT. Excalibur, we're on fire tonight.
We are on fire. This has been such a newsworthy show, but JR, Double or Nothing was an incredibly newsworthy show. The inner circle remaining intact.
Absolutely, they had a hell of a night. It was all on the line, must win. And once again, Chris Jericho leading his talented team to victory. Here's some highlights. Go back. If you missed this, folks, shame on you. Here's a peek. Stadium Stampede 2.
Will this be the end of the inner circle?
Where are you and your boys at, Chris?
Look at the inner circle rappelling down the scoreboard. MJF retreating to his limousine. That's FTR's truck. Another ambush by the Pinnacle.
That's why I said you can't prepare for this, because they can use anything inside or around the stadium.
Jacksonville Jaguars coach Urban Meyer
And Charlie Strong.
Holy shit. Coach Meyer can't believe what he saw. Wardlow and Jake Hager. Oh my God!
And the chairman is in his element, isn't it?
Speed and agility of Guevara. Santana Ortiz doing
battle on the club level. Here's this brother like a stolen dog. Chris Jericho.
He's coming towards Daly's place.
And now Chairman meet Chair. Guevara leads the Inner Circle to a victory.
Well, what an entertaining night that was, and what a spectacular stadium stampede. You can better believe there was some celebration going on with the Inner Circle. By the way, if you want to drink with the Demo God drinks, you can get a little bit of the bubbly. And I'm sure there was plenty of bubbly flowing after Stadium Stampede.
A little bit of the bubbly.com to get yours and celebrate with the Inner Circle. And how about the end of the evening at Double or Nothing? This sold-out crowd here in Daly's place, singing along, celebrating the Inner Circle's victory.
Celebration of many sorts, JR.
It was the appropriate way to leave the air. Happy, celebratory, and appreciative of all the great AEW fans that were here to sell out this venue. I got those two ladies' tickets to it. I'm sure you did. I'm lying. Baloney. Love this.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you the 2021 Stadium Stampede Le Champions, the Inner Circle! And because we dig you guys so much, thank you for your support always. We are giving all of you an Inner Circle Stadium Stampede t-shirt for free. Just look under your chairs. Look under your chairs. Chris, that's a lot of shirts.
Wow. How about that? How cool is that?
That is cool, man.
Loving the fans back. For all the love the fans have shown Jericho's Inner Circle.
And let me introduce to you the reason why the Inner Circle is still together and here tonight. The hero of Stadium Stampede, Sammy Guevara!
No doubt about that. Oh, Sammy had a hell of a night.
Oh, man, I'm on such a high right now. What a moment Sunday was. Ending it by doing a 630 onto that idiot Sean Spears. I mean, just so you can understand, I used to do the 630 off my mom's roof in my backyard. Hi, Mom. I used to do it off her back. I used to do it off the roof, and she would yell at me, Sam, get off the roof. And I'd say, okay. And I'd jump. And to go from the backyard doing it off her roof to the main event at Double or Nothing and closing out this damn show and keeping my brothers together. It's a night I'll never forget. Thank you guys. I freaking love y'all.
And you know what, Sammy? Sammy, you're absolutely right about that being the greatest moment in all our lives and careers. But like we were discussing in the back before coming out here, what did we honestly, truly accomplish other than keeping this crew together? Because we still got to walk past them in the hallways. We still got to listen to their corny asses boast and brag about how much money they spend on their suits and their limos. To me, the true accomplishment is having them lying in a ditch somewhere on the side of the I-95. But that's just me. That's just me. But to keep it real, FTR tried to end our careers by power driving us through those tables. You boys try to take food out our family's mouths, and that just doesn't sit right with me. So no, this Inner Circle Pinnacle shit is far from over.
They lied to us. They double-crossed us. They tried to end us. Now, they don't get to say when this is over. All 5 of you gonna man up and take this ass whooping again and again and again until we say it's over. You hear me, Wardlow? I hope you're listening. I'm pulling your man card first. You beat me in an AEW ring. Now I dare you to fight me in the one place I have never been beaten. An MMA cage fight.
Wow. Yeah, I'm interested in that.
Right here on Dynamite in 2 weeks. Man up!
You know, everybody here has been making some great points. The war between the Inner Circle and the Pinnacle is not over. When I think of Shawn Spears, it pisses me off. When I think of Wardlow powerbombing me off that stage and putting me out for a month, it pisses me off. But most importantly, when I think of that mealy-mouthed, pretentious, self-righteous little prick, MJF, it pisses me off. And I know that Sammy Guevara feels the same way. A lot of unfinished business between the two of them. But the difference for me is this. MJF, you tried to end my career and possibly even my life when you pushed me off the cage at Blood and Guts. And I've never been the same since. I think about it every single day. I still wake up in a cold sweat thinking about how close it was to lights out for me that night. And I realize I have to settle the score. I must settle the score. Now, I know we embarrassed you with a bubbly bath. It wasn't enough. I know I beat the hell out of you at Stadium Stampede, right up there in the balcony. It still wasn't enough. Until I can ruin your career and your life the way you tried to ruin mine, this will never be over. Do you understand me? MJF calls me the GOAT, the greatest of all time. I don't know if I believe that, but I believe this. When I think of MJF saying what he said, if I'm as good as he thinks that I am, if I'm as good as I need to be to continue to build AEW into the greatest wrestling company in the world today, which it is, I must, I will, I need, and I am going to beat MJF. I'll say it again. I am going to beat MJF. Pinnacle, this isn't over. And remember this, the reason is the Inner Circle never forgives. And the Inner Circle sure as hell never effing forgets!
My God, is Jericho motivated, moved, impassioned, unbridled fury.
Chris Jericho and the Inner Circle promised a summer of violence for the Pinnacle, and they certainly seem to be living up to their word. But folks, we have to take a short break, but coming up after that, we will hear from the AEW World Champion, Kenny Omega. Don't go anywhere.
there.
Welcome back to Friday Night Dynamite. Excalibur here, joined by Tony Schiavone and the legendary Jim Ross. This past Sunday night at Double or Nothing, it was a huge evening for Orange Cassidy. Let us take a look back at how his Double or Nothing experience went, and then we will hear from the man that walked out as AEW World Champion, Kenny Omega.
I don't know why we're doing this. I don't understand. Do I have to hold your hand and walk you through it? Do I have to insult your intelligence? If you saw the pay-per-view, you saw exactly what happened.
Kenny, you're supposed to be the best in the world or something? Well, the sunglasses comedy guy had you beat. Twice?
Yeah.
Twice?
Yeah, your boy Don Callis.
Don. Hey, Don, why are you here? You're a useless con man.
All I know is that my boy here should be world champ.
You had it 1-2 time. Guess what? The bad guys cheated. The bad guys cheated and they won.
If you think this is over, it's not.
Okay, I like that. The kickout's great. Yeah. Maybe if we could get like one of those Instagram filters on your face, Don, it'll really bring out your color. Get that ref out of there. I like this. If we could subtitle
Kenny,
that a little bit.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we've seen the highlights here. Best friends accusing you of cheating Orange Cassidy at the AEW World
Sounds
title.
like you're accusing us, actually. You know, maybe you should not be talking about that. The false narrative, the dark side of AEW, the con job.
I see what
to take the belt, thank you very much, off of Kenny Omega because no one can beat him. Maybe what you should be talking about is what we're up to right now. See, we got the raw footage, and we are going to blow the lid off this conspiracy next Friday on Dynamite, the conspiracy to screw Kenny Omega out of the AEW World title.
We got Michael Kurosawa hot in the job.
We do. Good
Fresh
job.
off the presses.
In 3 weeks, though, you also have an AEW World title defense against Jungle Boy, who overcame 20 other competitors in the Casino Battle Royale at Double or Nothing to earn this shot.
Whew, wow, 20 other competitors. How many of those were in top 5? Can you tell me? It's probably maybe 0. How many of those were number 1, number 2? Look, it doesn't matter. There's a big difference between being a Jungle Boy and a Jungle Man. And an even bigger difference between being a Jungle Man and a Jungle Champion. Until then, though, I mean, he's a fun guy to cheer for. I hear the people love him. Heck, even I love him. I love his music. And, oh, speaking of, I can hear it now. Shouldn't you be filming Jungle Boy? Come on.
Up next, Jungle Boy and Christian Cage against Private Party.
Who let those scumbags into the B unit?
Duct tape across Don Callis' mouth. That's all I can see.
Here we go. He's hotter than fire. Hotter than donut grease, ladies and gentlemen. The young man that won the Battle Royal. Jungle Boy Jack Perry.
This next tag team bout is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Currently in the ring from Valley Village, weighing 168 pounds, Jungle Boy.
Gotta love the heart and the courage that Jungle Boy carries with him every time he's here.
We heard Kenny Omega downplaying Jungle Boy's victory at the Casino Battle Royale. Jungle Boy was instrumental in the elimination of Private Party, and then Christian Cage eliminating not only Mark Quinn but Matt Hardy. It came down to Christian Cage and Jungle Boy at the very end, but then Tony, that very special interview you did with Christian Cage, Matt Hardy, and HFO attacking. This is a very bitter rivalry between the Hardy family office, Jungle Boy, and Christian Cage.
I'm glad to see that Christian Cage extended the right hand to congratulate Jungle Boy. And that happened, of course, after the show was off the air. We did an interview.
His tag team partner from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing 218 pounds, Christian Cage.
Christian Cage. I think he was maybe the Vegas favorite to win that Casino Battle Royale. But after he was eliminated by Jungle Boy, a great show of respect, and he told Jungle Boy, go on and win the AEW World Championship.
If you think about it, he was the first man in, so he almost went wire to wire, which is quite an accomplishment in itself, that he was in there at the end.
The right man won the Battle Royal.
Oh my God, is that Private Party?
Yeah. And their opponents being accompanied to the ring by Matt Hardy from Brooklyn, New York. At a combined weight of 353 pounds, Isaiah Cassidy, Mark Quinn, Private Party.
I guess they're too cool now to wear competitive athletic gear.
Here's the deal. It's 11:02 Eastern Time. 11:02 Eastern Time here on a Friday night. They tell me, well, they wear them because they just left the club. Yeah, really.
Do you have what it takes to beat the world's toughest game show? Wayne Wade hosts The Cube Thursday at 9, 8 Central on TBS.
The club.
That's where they came from, the club. That's how they dress in the club, man. They got them Gucci belts on. Them Gucci belts on.
Where are you from? Virginia?
I never thought I would say that in a wrestling match.
And by the way, congratulations to your alma mater softball team.
Yeah,
they're killing it.
How about you?
James Madison. They beat my Sooners.
All right, here we go. You know, one of the great things, there are many great things about being here at AEW, but it's how we take the young stars and remember the stars from the past. We've had stars from the past come out here. And also remember guys like Christian Cage, who 7 years ago called it quits and is back in wrestling again. And Sting, what he did. And I'll be talking to him a little bit later on.
And don't think that from what I heard and what I saw and how I know Mark Henry, his fire is far from out.
I want to remind everybody that AEW Dynamite returns here live in Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida for a special Saturday Night Dynamite live June 26th. Tickets go on sale next Friday at 10 a.m. starting at $20 plus fees. AEWTIX.com. We will see that night the big main event. Kenny Omega defending the AEW World Championship against Jungle Boy. AEWTIX.com.
That's going to be a hot ticket, ladies and gentlemen. A red hot ticket. Look at the double team.
Cover here by Jungle Boy. Barely a one count. A red hot ticket, JR, and a special Saturday night edition of Dynamite coming up Saturday, June 26th.
I like working on Saturday night.
Oh, man. It's old school stuff, JR.
Tag out to Private Party, or Isaiah Cassidy. Private Party undefeated this year in tag team competition.
Yeah,
5
5-0.
victories.
Hey, folks, I just make a suggestion. Just log in or however you do it. The AEWTIX.com website. You never know what you're going to find there. Tickets are, information's there, seat locations there. AEWTIX.com for all our events.
And I tell you, if Kenny Omega is taking Jungle Boy lightly, he may be making a big, big mistake.
And also in honor of Pride Month, AEW has released a special AEW logo Pride t-shirt with 20% of the profits donated to Jasmine, an organization that supports and empowers LGBTQ plus young people here in Northeast Florida. Available throughout the month of June at shopaew.com.
Jungle Boy now going to the top, getting restrained, if you see.
He's in the wrong corner here, JR, but he's fighting him off.
Oh, great anti-air there by Mark Quinn, the drop kick.
All that time on the turnbuckle, exposed Jungle Boy, cover, near fall there. Boy, this crowd erupted on Sunday night after Jungle Boy won the Battle Royal. Shivani, am I supposed to now say the New World Battle Royale?
Casino Battle Royale.
Yeah, you can say it.
Do I have to?
No, of course you. You know who you are.
Whip into. You're
JR, man.
Cassidy went over the top. Jungle Boy slides through the legs of Mark Quinn. Isaiah Cassidy looking for a senton. Private Party. Not Quinn on the same page here. Jungle Boy vaults off the shoulders of Quinn, rolls under, makes the tag out to Christian Cage.
Very timely. Very timely. Great instincts by Jungle Boy to make that tag at the precise, perfect opportunity.
Beautiful overhand forearm there by Christian Cage.
Hey, I've got to believe, guys, sooner than later, Christian Cage is going to be knee-deep in a championship race.
I agree.
He's good enough. He's here to win titles, make more money.
Did you notice when he went out to the floor, he shot a look at Matt Hardy, the man he eliminated in that Casino Battle Royale this past Sunday night.
And you know, Excalibur goes deeper than that. Old deep wounds, they don't heal quickly, man.
Oh, they certainly don't. A lot of history between Matt Hardy and Christian Cage.
Those two guys have been battling for years. I can tell you, I called a lot of those matches. It may be some TLC hangover from years gone by, because they did some amazing things together as opponents.
Cage delivers some big right hands to the head of Isaiah Cassidy. Matt Hardy drawing referee Aubrey Edwards' attention. Oh!
Unfortunately, Aubrey fell for it, just in the process of trying to do her job, Excalibur.
Well, this tag team matchup will continue. The undefeated Private Party taking on Jungle Boy and Christian Cage. Don't go anywhere. We'll stick with it in picture-in-picture. You know, JR, the team of Jungle Boy and Christian Cage, very clearly the fan favorites, but Private Party definitely have to be the odds-on favorite because they're the more cohesive tag team.
I can see where you could logically look at it that way, Excalibur, no doubt.
And this is the first time that Jungle Boy and Christian Cage.
Hey, I'm going to go with the guy that won the Battle Royale. That's what I'm going to do, Tony.
Go with it, JR. I agree,
He's
man.
like, you got momentum.
Well, you know, winning streaks and momentum are so important in this sport. I mean, they are.
Tony, I did lose $5 to a 9-year-old, so perhaps you shouldn't take gambling advice from me.
$5 to a 9-year-old?
-1.
Oh,
card
got
sharp.
it. Got it. Okay.
I'm not a degenerate gambler, Tony. Come on. A little credit here.
Okay.
Well,
look at Hardy. Matt Hardy's being pretty hard on Isaiah here.
But, I mean, all of that pressure that Matt Hardy has applied to Private Party has got them an undefeated record here this year.
And thus has gotten him more money.
It's gotten him more money. He's got Private Party more money. As Aubrey Edwards' attention once again diverted.
We said this, Private Party ranked number 3 in the tag team division in AEW. And as Excalibur mentioned moments ago, they're 5-0. So they're spotless thus far this year.
And JR, the story of Private Party, so well known here in AEW. They came out of the gates hot. They upset the Young Bucks in the World Tag Team Championship title tournament, but then they faltered a little bit.
Yeah, that was the number 8 seed, being a number 1 seed, going for the cover here. Perfect position by the referee, Aubrey Edwards, and she found a 2 count out of that ordeal.
Yeah, but that influence, Tony, of Matt Hardy has really seemed to steady the ship for Private Party.
I think so. I think many can say that Private Party, even though you may not agree with their wrestling attire just from the club, I get that. Many would say that they are right now wrestling their best matches. They've certainly got a lot of confidence. You can see that in their face and the way they approach their
business. If I was a judge, Tony, I wouldn't write out an indictment for their attire. It's just a unique selection for competition. That's all I'm saying.
It's versatile. All right?
Okay, it's versatile.
You can stand at the bar, you can go to the club, you can dance, and we're going to go wrestle.
And like you, they make great use out of khakis.
Right hands to the midsection there by Christian Cage. Inside cradle. 2. Whoa. Might have been something of an upset, but the cross chops across the throat of Christian Cage. You heard Matt Hardy saying, don't let him breathe. Keep the pressure on. Welcome back to AEW Dynamite, Friday Night Dynamite, where the number 3 ranked Private Party is in control of Christian Cage and the top contender of the AEW World Championship, Jungle Boy.
Very competitive tag team matchup here. Private Party, very unorthodox. How can you describe them any other way? They are unorthodox, but they're undefeated right now. And
now just mocking
the 5-second pose.
Yeah, it's picture time at the club.
Stomps being delivered by Private Party. Matt Hardy cheering on his charges.
Photo op, Tony.
That's what it was.
Photo op.
Jungle Boy is taken off the apron by Isaiah Cassidy. Still has not risen back up. Christian Cage is in some deep water here.
It's a good point, Excalibur. He's by himself.
He's by himself against a very highly skilled tag team. The undefeated, the number 3 ranked Private Party, but Christian Cage delivered some right hands to the midsection of Isaiah Cassidy, but a shot just across the windpipe.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, the kid got up.
Just as Jungle Boy was starting to rise and maybe find his way back into this situation, he got assaulted.
Private Party really dictating the pace here.
Man, how much more can Christian take of this? Oh, look. Oh,
and now again, it's continuing to mock.
Stop it. There you go.
There you go. Come on.
Go!
You're horsing around, screwing around in your bar clothes. Look at Matt Hardy. He's changed his attitude.
Absolutely.
Christian's got to make the tag.
Great up kick.
And he does.
Even better tag out to Jungle Boy.
Well, no one knew better what Christian Cage could do than Matt Hardy. He saw that coming, and he was able to make a tag. And now Jungle Boy.
Jungle Boy Jack Perry is on fire. He's hotter than he could be. He's as hot as he was Sunday night.
Back elbow.
Everything's working.
Shots delivered to Mark Quinn. Not the type of shots he likes as Jungle Boy sent into the rough and comes back with a rebounding clothesline.
That could be a new world champion in 3 weeks.
Man, what a match that's going to be. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to call it.
Jungle Boy, deep brainbuster, covers. No.
I can tell you this, Dick Murdoch never looked like Jungle Boy. And that brainbuster was amazing.
It was. Oh.
Drop kick keeps Isaiah Cassidy on the outside. Mark Quinn very unsteady on his feet, gets a shoulder to the midsection. Jungle Boy comes in, DDT.
That should do it.
Deep cover.
Wow, great resiliency by Quinn.
Yeah, to his credit, Quinn able to kick out after that DDT. Now then.
Jungle Boy looking for the snare trap here.
Business is picking up for Jungle Boy. Wait a minute.
No, for the blind side.
And Isaiah Cassidy recognizing the danger, doing the smart thing for his team. But Christian Cage delivering some explosive right hands to the jaw.
One of the greatest tag wrestlers of all time.
Nobody home there, though.
Knew to make the save.
Keep your eye on Matt Hardy. You can't trust it.
You're right.
Oh, the thump to the eyes of Jungle Boy.
Oh,
and the tights. He's got the tights. Oh,
woo. That's close.
Mark Quinn had the tights hooked for extra leverage, but Jungle Boy still able to kick out. Such tremendous tenacity by the #1 contender, Jungle Boy.
But the resilience of Jungle Boy Jack Perry is non-paralleled. It's unequaled in AEW, in my opinion.
Private Party looking for the gin and juice. Jungle Boy hangs on. Christian Cage eliminates Isaiah Cassidy.
Ooh.
Mark Quinn dropped into the center of the ring.
On his head.
Snapped over the snare trap.
Here we go.
Snare trap cinched in.
Here we go.
He's tapping. He's tapping.
Right in front of Matt Hardy. The snare trap gets a victory for Jungle Boy.
Christian Cage and Jungle Boy.
Man, is this kid hot or not?
He is hotter than molten lava, JR. Jungle Boy. We could be looking at the next AEW World Champion.
Great victory for this tag team. Working together very well and very unselfishly.
And what great motivation for Jungle Boy. Those words from Christian Cage. Go out there and win it. Make the most of this opportunity.
Good advice. Wait a minute.
Well, Matt Hardy.
Hardy
Oh, no!
twist of fate on the rampway. And Hardy running like a scalded dog away from Jungle Boy. And celebrating while he's doing it.
This years-long rivalry still simmering. Double or Nothing was a terrible night from Team Taz. Let's hear from Taz and his crew.
Hangman Page, this past Sunday at Double or Nothing, you got lucky, brother. You got lucky. See, you got one over on the Machine Brian Cage and Team Taz. That's all right, because Brian Cage has got one over on you as it stands. See what's going to happen is next week on Dynamite, you are going to pick a partner, one of your buddies from the Dark Order, and you're going to deal with the Powerhouse and the freaking Machine in a tag team matchup. And it's going to be bad news for you and your buddy, Hangman. I guarantee that. And guess what, Hangman? You can scout the Powerhouse and the Machine this coming Monday on Dark Elevation, because they're going to tear through two son of a bitches. Hangman Adam Page, you screwed around with the wrong club.
A lot of memorable things happened, fans, at Double or Nothing this past weekend, but one of the most memorable things was seeing a man in the ring for the first time in 6 years, helping his team to victory. And ladies and gentlemen, with that in mind, welcome with me, Darby Allin, and the one and only Icon. This is Sting!
What an amazing outing by a man I've known since the 80s.
JR, is one of my personal career highlights to be able to call Sting's first match back inside in front of a live crowd in over 6 years. Something I will never forget.
What do you think about that Sting and Darby t-shirt? I like it.
And I think you can get it at shopaew.com.
There you go. I'm going to have a new t-shirt on there someday. I'm working on it. High-level project.
All right, chance for Darby, chance for Sting. Congratulations on the win. It was a sensational night, and like Excalibur said, we're so glad to be a part of it.
Let me hold the mic, all right? I gotta tell you, I have had so many incredible experiences in wrestling, but last Sunday at Double or Nothing, right here, will be a night that I will never, ever, ever forget. Double or Nothing, right here in Jacksonville, Florida, in front of you, stands up to anything that I've ever done in this business. Thank you. Thank you. That right there is an open door for me to say thank you to one and all. I appreciate all of you so much. You have no idea.
No. Really?
Sting, a congratulations is in order. Sting, you were remarkable on Sunday. You really were. As a matter of fact, now I know why they call you the Icon. You were that good. You even smelled good. What was that, Abercrombie?
Oh, it was exquisite.
Doesn't even matter. What it matters is this. You were so good. You were even able to drag Darby Allin over the finish line.
Literally, too, because Darby, when I threw your ass into the crowd, if it wasn't for Sting dragging you over the rail, you'd probably still be laying there. And. Listen, Sting is the one carrying you through your entire AEW career. And I know you stand for something, fight, spirit. But all I see is a spineless, codependent bitch.
Facts, no printer. So, Darby, how about this? Go out and find anybody but Sting and see if you can prove us wrong. Just think about it.
Wow.
What a challenge laid out by All Ego Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. Well, coming up next, the celebration for the newly crowned AEW Women's World Champion, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
Darby's speechless. We're back live on Dynamite. Tony Schiavone standing by to host our celebration and honor our newest AEW Women's Champion, Britt Baker, DMD.
All right, JR, Excalibur. Ladies and gentlemen, it was quite a night at Double or Nothing for many of us, but none bigger than the crowning of a new champion. And ladies and gentlemen, we are here to celebrate the newest AEW champion. And please welcome with me, along with Rebel, the AEW Women's Champion, the one and only Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
Schiavone's having the time of his life, Excalibur.
You know, for as cynical as we can be, it was truly a great moment to see Tony waiting at the top of the ramp to hug his friend, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. He promised he would do it. He lived up to, he was a man of his word.
Bring a tear to a glass eye, as has been said over and over. Well, it was a great victory. She beat Britt Baker, the Doctor, beat a great champion, Hikaru Shida.
Longest reigning champion in AEW history, Hikaru Shida.
I talked to her today. What an honorable woman. What a pro. But this is a new generation. It's a new time.
Wow. Wow. Thank you, everybody, from the bottom of my heart for attending my championship celebration. This means the world to me. And I understand you already got some freebies tonight. And I never thought I could one-up Chris Jericho, but La Champion really outdid herself tonight, guys, because I was gifted 1,500 burger coupons. And I wanted you all to get in on the fun. So guys, check under your seats. You have a burger coupon, tapes to the bottom. Everybody check. Let's go. Show them off. Show off your burger coupons.
What is this, Oprah?
They're on the bottom. Oh, wait. Wait. They're all right here with me where they belong because I did the work. I outworked everyone and no one was along for the ride with me from day one. This was all me. And you can't deny that when I'm on your TV screen, your eyes are glued to me. You can't look away. And I promised you this would be the start of a whole new era. And damn, was I right. Because when I came out here Sunday at Double or Nothing, do you know what letters I saw plastered all over this place? DMD. Do you know what 3 letters I heard deafening chants for Sunday night at Double or Nothing? DMD. And do you know what 3 letters are going to elevate this company to a whole new stratosphere? DMD. Your AEW Women's Champion. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to invite 2 people who I decided are worthy enough to come along for the ride with me for a bite to eat. So, Tony, grab a burger. Rebel, grab a burger. Pick it up, Tony. Pick it up with, come on. Jesus, Tony. All right, and we're going to hold them up because we're all on this ride to get...
Nyla Rose.
Not a fan of those double cheeseburgers.
And she's throwing them out to whomever.
And spoiling the Doctor's celebration.
I guess the party's over somewhat.
And popping the balloons. Looks like the former AEW Women's World Champion unhappy with the newly crowned AEW Women's World Champion. Well, understand, standing by, our colleague Alex Marvez is with Eddie Kingston, who's got something to say.
Eddie Kingston making the save for Penta El Zero Miedo.
Hey, Eddie, what happened? What happened? Oh, Eddie Kingston! Let it be known, we don't want your help. We don't need your help. So keep your nose out of our business, you understand?
Look, bastard. Look, former best friend. I'm gonna keep this nice and simple and sweet. The enemy of my enemy's my friend. Let that marinate in your brains a little bit.
It's another situation that seemingly gets more complex by the minute.
Yeah, this is an extremely complex relationship between Eddie Kingston, the Bastard Pack, and Penta El Zero Miedo. But JR, what an incredible evening we've had here on the first Dynamite after Double or Nothing. Andrade El Idolo making his AEW debut here earlier tonight.
Yeah, big-time player, a great get for Tony Khan and AEW. A main event level player back in AEW. It's amazing. And look, let's don't forget Dr. Baker's not going to forget what just happened.
Oh, absolutely not.
Horrifically embarrassed.
Dr. Britt Baker does not care to share the spotlight with anybody. And to be upstaged by Nyla Rose, somebody that is a former AEW Women's World Champion, Dr. Britt Baker's not going to take that line down.
Folks, we've got a lot of action tonight. I'm so glad you're with us. Thanks for inviting us into your home as usual. And we're going to kick it back down the ring momentarily because I think we've got, Excalibur would agree, an outstanding matchup coming up here. Two very talented women.
This contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Being accompanied to the ring by The Blade from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, The Bunny.
JR, I completely agree. Two extremely talented competitors, The Bunny and Red Velvet, and on AEW Dark Elevation, The Bunny was instrumental in picking up, I would say, an upset victory.
Brass Nuts.
Yeah, over Big Swole and Red Velvet.
She's a story.
She had the knuckle duster, and she laid out Big Swole. And now here tonight, Red Velvet looking for revenge for the upset and for her friend getting dropped by the Bunny.
And by the way, what a night it's been for Vicky Guerrero, as you mentioned.
And her opponent, straight out of your mama's kitchen, Red Velvet.
Really an amazing young woman. Red Velvet, her father. I think others in her family were great boxing champions.
Yeah, her uncle as well. Extremely talented competitor here. Making, oh no. She heard the footsteps behind her. She took down the Bunny and hit the double knee strike.
Just too quick, man.
This one may not last long.
Standing moonsault press. This could be it, JR. Covers. Wow, Red Velvet.
Bunny's smart enough to get out from the 3 count, but more importantly, get the hell out of the ring.
I think the women's division just kind of heated up tonight, don't you guys? Oh!
Well, Tony, you know as well as I do that Dr. Britt Baker's not going to stand by. And this could be a very tense situation. It's going to be a huge problem for Tony Khan. It's going to be a huge problem for the women in the locker room. This is bad business, I'm just telling you.
Cover here by Red Velvet. 2 count, Bunny kicking out. Want to remind everybody that AEW Dynamite returns here to Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida for a special Saturday Night Dynamite live June 26th, Saturday, June 26th. Tickets on sale next Friday at 10 a.m. starting at $20 plus fees, AEWTIX.com.
Don't forget the world title on the line that night, and it could be a new world champion on the 26th. Well, what a month this is shaping up to be.
Red Velvet showing off her flexibility there, stirring it up right in front of the Blade. And you know, Matt Hardy not out here. He's trying to avoid Christian Cage. We want Christian coming after him at ringside.
Only 5 years experience. Oh!
Bunny. Oh! A thrust kick across the jaw, and Red Velvet just spilling to the outside.
Yeah, we saw a Red Velvet matchup as well as anybody has thus far. with the very impressive Jade Cargill.
Yeah, the very impressive, the very undefeated Jade Cargill. Who can stop her ascent in the AEW women's division?
That's a crazy woman right there.
I think you make a very good point, Tony.
Yeah.
And if anybody knows crazy women,
boy. Boy. I was just in the ring with a couple, to be honest with you.
yeah, that was a little.
Yeah,
I kind of felt for you there, buddy.
Well, you know, the Doc's got special sauce all over her now.
Red Velvet driven into the corner. Bunny, ooh! A kick to the ribs of Red Velvet.
Yeah, we've seen quite a transformation in the personality of Bunny there since she's hooked up with the Hardy's operation.
A cover here. Deep hook. Red Velvet kicking out. The action in this women's division matchup will continue. The Bunny versus Red Velvet. We will stick with it in picture-in-picture.
We are now in the picture-in-picture telecast.
Yes, we are, and it looks like the Bunny's in charge here. But look at the fight in Red Velvet, man.
We're talking about her grandfather, uncle, father. All these guys in Colombia were very talented athletes.
Yeah. And it's nothing looks as painful. I know there are many more painful holds probably, but nothing looks as painful as a hair beel.
We are in picture-in-picture. Want to say hello to our friends and fans joining us around the world on Fight TV. Thank you for joining us this past Sunday night, or I guess Monday morning for you guys, for Double or Nothing. A tremendous event, the replay available right now on Fight.tv. If you somehow missed it, please, it is worth your while to go out of the way to catch up.
Agreed. Go back and check it out, folks. Record it, keep it, watch it many times.
Irish whip into the ropes. Bunny wild swing and a miss. Red Velvet over the top. Sunset flip. Cover here. No.
I mean, how long has it been since you've seen a bull rope match, ladies and gentlemen? Well, if you've been watching AEW, you've never seen one here. The first bull rope match in AEW history.
Covered by the Bunny.
Will take place in a few minutes.
And gentlemen, correct me if I'm wrong, Dustin Rhodes undefeated in the bull rope match.
He absolutely is. It's a generational thing, handed down.
Nick Camarado, this will be his first career bull rope match. So Dustin with a huge advantage coming into our main event. Rivalry between the Nightmare family and the Factory continues as the Bunny with a boot across the back of the neck of Red Velvet.
Bunny's asserted herself offensively. She's in control. Now it's just a matter, can she close this deal and get a win for herself?
Bunny, as you mentioned, just maintaining control of Red Velvet here. Taking her time, looking to punish her opponent. Got that straightjacket camel clutch applied.
It looks like Bunny is somewhat focused on winning by submission.
You notice Red Velvet, her hand coming very close to tapping.
Could be over any second.
Oh, but the Bunny putting pressure on that lower back of Red Velvet.
Red Velvet's had a great run here in AEW. Since 16 straight weeks in the women's top 5 earlier this year.
And Tony, we've mentioned how Red Velvet is just proof of concept, a proof of success for AEW Dark and Elevation. She came through that system and has shown brightly.
Absolutely, and it's made her a better wrestler, and that's what it's all about. Getting the work in, getting the work done, and she's done it, and here she is. Could get a win on Dynamite.
Welcome back to AEW Dynamite, everyone. Red Velvet and the Bunny. Ooh, going at it here tonight. The Bunny was in the driver's seat throughout the break, but Red Velvet with a flurry of offense here.
Great reach on the kick that time by Velvet. Great reach.
And the rising knee strike there in the corner. And sits out with the stunner. Bunny in trouble. High stack to no.
All I can say to that stunner is, oh, hell yeah.
And Bunny, I don't know if she can even get up here. Man, she is stunned.
Saw what you did there.
Oh, big right elbow strike by the Bunny. Has Red Velvet up on the shoulders. Velvet, though, kicks the legs, escapes out the back door. Oh, kicks in the midsection, doubles Bunny over. Gonna be looking for just desserts. No, the thrust kick.
Man, you can almost see that one coming. It was a fastball right down the middle of the plate.
And oh, look, did you see the blade? The blade just handed the bunny.
Are you kidding me?
Got those brass knucks, and Kylan King and Big Swole doing their friend Red Velvet no favors.
It's Knox again.
Swing and a miss. Oh, kick to the knee. Oh, and just deserts the cover. 2, 3.
Oh, man. Here is your winner, Red Velvet.
Red Velvet.
Very competitive matchup here on Dynamite. Red Velvet continues her winning ways. We are seeing a progressively evil side of Bunny as time goes on.
Red Velvet picking up a very impressive victory here tonight on Dynamite. A few more like this, Tony, and your friend Dr. Britt Baker better watch her back.
I would agree. You gotta vault this lady right near the top of the AEW rankings. She is right now hot. And another win.
Red Velvet, Big Swole, and Kylan King might be headed to the same club Private Party's at here tonight, but these women will be enjoying their time. But right now, Evil Uno, alongside the Dark Order, standing by backstage.
Johnny, it's your birthday! And guess what? Johnny hungry! But I'm not just hungry for some cake. No, I'm hungry for some gold! I talked to Tony, and he wanted to gift me a TNT title shot, but unfortunately, I am still not cleared.
I'm so sorry.
So I'm gonna give it to you, Uno!
Guys, I know these opportunities don't come often. I will make every single one of you so proud.
Oh, you got this, Uno! You got this, Uno!
Let's go!
First of all, I want to say thank you, God, for my power, and a special shout out to my wife for being hot. Now, second, I show up today at AEW to find out that Evil Uno has challenged me to my TNT title. But this makes no sense. I'm bigger, faster, stronger, and undefeated. While I do realize that Evil Uno is coming from an emotional place. But maybe he's just too emotionally involved for something that doesn't belong to him, and that's gonna get him hurt. Because I got no feelings. And I'm gonna use this moment as a teachable lesson for the rest of the locker room, that you don't come after somebody like me when you just think you may win. You come after somebody like me when you're sure you can survive.
Wow, well, coming up here in 3 weeks' time, a special Saturday night edition of AEW Dynamite, June 26th at 8 p.m. The AEW World Championship will be on the line as Kenny Omega defends against the top contender, Jungle Boy. And then next week, AEW Friday Night Dynamite, special time Friday, June 11th at 10 p.m. on TNT. As we just heard, it will be Miro defending the TNT Championship against Evil Uno of the Dark Order.
And Tony Khan has just made these big matches for next week as well. In a trios tag team match, the Young Bucks and Brandon Cutler will take on Pac, Penta El Zero Miedo, and Eddie Kingston. And in tag team action, Team Taz, Brian Cage and Powerhouse Hobbs against Hangman Adam Page and Dark Order's number 10. That is next week, JR, but coming up next.
Absolutely coming up next, the first ever bull rope match in AEW history. Nick Comoroto will challenge the bull rope veteran, Dustin Rhodes. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is coming up next. But Justin Roberts, the Dapper Yapper, is standing by.
Ladies and gentlemen, your main event tonight, set for one fall or TV time remaining, is a bull rope match. There will be no countouts and no disqualifications. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission. Introducing the participants first, from Austin, Texas, weighing 230 pounds. Will they call him the Natural? Dustin Rhodes!
Dustin Rhodes. Such a tremendous history in these bull rope matches. I actually asked our broadcast colleague, Alex Marvez, what's the difference between a bull rope match and a Texas bull rope match? Texas bull rope match, you got to touch all four corners. This bull rope match,
pinfall or submission,
and no disqualification. We will have this bull rope match coming up for you in our main event next here on Friday Night Dynamite. Welcome back to our main event here live on Friday Night Dynamite. Thank you for staying up late with us. It is the bull rope match. The natural Dustin Rhodes versus Nick Comoroto.
Being accompanied to the ring by Aaron Solo from Philly.
Oh, Aaron Solo Nick Comoroto wasting no time, charging straight at Dustin Rhodes.
Well, there is absolutely no love lost here. It's personal. These men know each other well. And I'll tell you something, this Nick Comoroto, let's keep our eye on this dude.
Yeah, he's a bull. He'll be hooked to the end of a bull rope soon.
289. He's all man and a yard wide, as the late Gordon Soley would say.
And he has thrown Dustin Rhodes back into the ring. Referee Paul Turner.
Referee's got to get control and get the equipment on the guys.
Yeah, the unenviable task of stopping Nick Comoroto and stopping this assault.
The guy's big, ugly, nasty, and hairy. Just jump in there.
So many ways you can get hurt in a bull rope match. It's obvious. Rope burns, and the cowbell in the middle is so sharp, so unforgiving.
The rope joined at the wrist will keep these guys close at hand. But it's a no disqualification match.
And there is Dustin Rhodes using his bull rope match experience. He knows how to make the most of that weapon.
And the bell is legal. As legal as a headlock. Remember those?
Dustin Rhodes sits to the outside, and Comoroto using the rope across the throat of the natural.
That's the type of headlock we're going to see in this one, JR.
Oh, the bell. There you go, JR. Just as you mentioned, the bell to the skull of Nick Comoroto.
Take advantage of it. You know, Dusty's dad, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, arguably the greatest bull rope match practitioner of all time. Legend says it goes back to 1974 when he beat the giant Pak Song Nam right here in the great state of Florida.
Clothesline, both men still on the outside, attached by that bull rope. One of my fans that the AEW Welcome Back Tour kicks off this July. AEW Dynamite returns to the road once again.
All right.
Wednesday, July 7th, Miami, Florida, the James L. Knight Center. New tickets just added. AEWTIX.com, and just announced Wednesday, July 28th, Charlotte, North Carolina, Bojangles Coliseum. Tickets on sale next Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, starting at $25. AEWTIX.com. We will be back on the road. We can't wait to come and see you.
AEWTIX.com. Keep up with that as Nick Comoroto is keeping up with the veteran Dustin Rhodes with those massive right hands, that thick body of his.
You know, you would look at this match, you would say Dustin, with all the experience in bull rope matches, wins over Barry Windham in his career, a win over Terry Funk in a bull rope match.
Oh, Fuego del Sol! Getting on the shoulders, the back of Nick Comoroto, and it's all legal here. But Fuego, oh my God!
Fuego del Lawn Dart. Oh, but with all the wins, however, after what happened here tonight, don't you think the factory is riding a high right now with a lot of momentum?
I mean, you're talking about that upset victory where QT Marshall, after a well-placed right hand, pinned the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, unbelievably.
Huge upset. Some may say they saw it coming. All the savants.
Oh, Aaron Solo just got planted with a power slam by Dustin Rhodes.
Dustin was looking under the ring, it looked like, before Aaron.
Oh, man, you saw that one up close and personal.
You felt
right
that
in the sternum.
Nick Comoroto pulling Dustin Rhodes via the bull rope.
Comoroto's bleeding.
Yeah, well, the bull rope.
That doesn't surprise me in this environment.
No, the bell.
See the referee there putting his gloves on.
The edge of that bell is so razor sharp.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, it's just, and then when a guy uses it at the end of his fist.
I refereed a Murdoch and Rhodes tag match, bull rope match. The damnedest thing I'd ever seen. And you're right, Tony. It was a bloodbath.
Man, even we're back in the 60s.
Dustin Rhodes throwing the face first to that ring barricade. And Nick Comoroto.
Man, he is a monster, guys. I know we've talked about it before, but
I mean, you know, the old saying goes, how does a fighter react when he sees his own blood?
Sure.
This is a test for Nick Comoroto.
Or even more specifically, Excalibur, when he tastes his own blood. That's a different element as well.
We saw the blood trickling down into the eye of Anthony Ogogo this past Sunday, created a real issue. It inhibited Ogogo's vision and allowed Cody to come away with a victory. Oh!
At first. That's not going to help that bleeding whatsoever.
That was bull rope experience from Dustin right there.
That's just overpowering. Simply overpowering. Can Dustin come back and get back in this thing, Excalibur?
Well, we will find out. We'll stick with the action in picture. Don't go anywhere. It is bloody. It is brutal. It is a bull rope match here in our main event of this special edition of Friday Night Dynamite.
Colorado. Look here. Remember, it's pinfall or submission, folks. There's a lot of, back in the old territory wrestling days, there were different variations of this match and the rules that were used within it. This is very simple. Pinfall or submission.
It's about as straightforward as you can get. And Nick Camarado, I mean, that was a textbook pinfall attempt. Dustin Rhodes, though, still in this fight. Camarado trying to unwind the bull rope, and Dustin taking advantage. The natural sent into the ropes. Camarado using that cowbell across the midsection.
There you go. Quick learner. He's a quick learner. And you can better believe that. And, of course, he was trained by QT as well. QT had a little skull session with him about what he could expect in a bull rope match.
But QT has never competed in a bull rope match either, so.
But he's a longtime student of the game.
Right.
He certainly is, but I would take Dustin Rhodes' firsthand experience 100 times out of 100.
Obviously. Yes, sir.
Camarado now using the bull rope to choke Dustin Rhodes. Remember, it's all legal.
I remember back in the day, Dustin used to carry a bull rope in his wrestling bag.
Yes, he did.
It was like a plumber, no pun intended, going to work and taking her tools with him. He was a son of a plumber.
Yes, he was.
Camarado lateral press here. Dustin Rhodes kicking out once again. Dustin using those long legs to try to back off Camarado, but Camarado is charging forward. Oh, brutal collision in the corner.
That's just a raw power on the 52-year-old frame of Dustin Rhodes, who is in as good a shape as I've ever seen him. And I've seen him since day one of his career. Which, by the way, was 32 years ago. Tony, you were there.
Yikes. Was I ever.
Dustin Rhodes with a 23-year experience edge over Nick Camarado and a 100% edge in bull rope matches. But right now, Camarado pouring the pressure on. Digging right hands there by the natural.
Dustin will also use a heel strike, heel of the hand. I like that.
One of the better strikers in the game.
You don't break your fist that way.
We are back live here on TNT. It is Dustin Rhodes, the natural, versus Nick Camarado. A bull rope match for the first time ever here in All Elite Wrestling.
It's gone back and forth, and now look at this. I don't know why that little jerk is still out here.
Aaron Solo of the Factory.
He needs to be solo, all right.
Yeah.
But I mean,
out of our sight.
JR, it is a bull rope match. It is no disqualification.
I know that. Let's get the 82nd Airborne out here, too, and have them pick sides. Why can't it just be one-on-one?
Uh-oh.
With a strength.
Nick Camarado.
Oh, Dustin, that's a veteran move there, man.
Yeah, right. And now a guy who knows how to use the bull rope.
Oh, Lord.
The bull rope right between the eyes of Nick Camarado.
The big hairy man got split right in the face.
And Nick Camarado busted open. Could be lacerated even more. Oh, he blocked.
Look out here, look.
You better hang on.
Hang on, Dustin. It's too much strength here.
Oh, my God. Nowhere to go now.
Oh!
Spine first through the table.
And that table just exploded under the weight of the natural Dustin Rhodes.
And maybe Dustin's back exploded as well.
Here it is again, man. Nowhere to go but down.
And inside the ring, Camarado. Oh!
Boy, the veteran from the state of Texas, able to reach down and find something, whatever was there, whatever was left, and kick out.
And now
You know, there's some saying this guy's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and it
serves no purpose.
Yeah, what serves purpose for Nick Camarado right now? Who's that?
That's Colton Gunn, part of the Nightmare family, the son of Billy Gunn.
Oh, there you go, head first.
Right hand to the jaw, but that top turnbuckle has been exposed.
Bulldog.
But pay it no mind because Dustin Rhodes in the driver's seat. Final reckoning on the cowbell. One, no,
oh, power, look at that. I didn't expect to see that. Man, this guy could, it's going to be something special. This Camarado dude.
He's got power in reserve.
12 straight wins coming into this match.
And how is Dustin Rhodes going to respond to that? Well, that's how he's going to do it.
That's one way to get somebody to their knees.
Boy, oh boy, and
Camarado, though, barely given any ground.
Camarado's got that wide base. His feet are, the more narrow his feet get, the more in trouble he's going to be. You'll find that out.
Camarado charging into the corner. Driven face first in that top turnbuckle.
And it's exposed thanks to Camarado's teammate.
And the bull rope right between the eyes of Nick Camarado.
Is this the exclamation point to this one-on-one match?
No!
With a bull rope stipulation.
The Bulldog, and he's hog time. Dustin Rhodes is hog tied. Nick Camarado, and he's got the victory.
There is your winner, the Natural, Dustin Rhodes.
Wow, Dustin earned every ounce of that one, didn't he?
It was not pretty. It was bowling shoe ugly for it to be in fact. But this was a physical matchup. This Camarado is going to be a force, but the veteran prevails in his kind of match.
It was score one for the factory earlier tonight, and score one here for the Nightmare family as the Natural Dustin Rhodes victorious in our main event bull rope match.
It's great to see Dustin with his hand raised at the end of our show, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And next Friday night right here on TNT, 10 p.m., AEW Friday Night Dynamite. A special night, a special time. Thank you, everyone at home, for staying up late with us right here on TNT.
We appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you again Friday night right back here on TNT.